started, we have Collin Morikawa here with us at the Charles Schwab Challenge Media Room. Collin, you'll be making your second start here after an exciting first appearance last year. Go and reflect back on your kind of return back to golf last year and going through last tournament, what memories it brings back being here.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we're all the way back here where we started nearly a year ago, whatever it's been. But it's been good. You know, a lot of good memories, obviously one pretty poor memory, but it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about myself, taught me a lot about how to move forward and how to keep getting better and just really stay in the present, you know, not get ahead of myself. And I really etched that into my head. Helped me in the playoff later on that year at the workday. Mirror field against the playoff and JT, it just helped me, you know, just continue to play better golf. And obviously I wish I had the win, but we're here again this year. I'm playing pretty well, working on a few things as we all are every week. But overall, the game feels good, and it's good to be back at a spot that, you know, I'm pretty comfortable at.
And coming off last week, a top 10 finish, what's been cooking and what can you assess about your game?
Yeah, I've been hitting the ball really well. I mean, I know it's really windy out there, so it's hard to tell, you know, really what shot you're hitting, but I was able to control my ball in the wind. So I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was able to do. So kind of coming out here to a course where the rough is actually pretty long and it's wet this week, fairways are going to be huge. You know, I'm going to be able to attack pins if I'm in the fairway. So trying to get that ball in the fairway as much as I can and hopefully roll some putts in. Been working the past few days a lot on putting and how to just be a little more consistent. It's still a work in progress, but, you know, hopefully we're heading down the right path.
And with the runner-up finish here at Colonial last year, what matches with your game here at this course?
I think I can hit my kind of fade off a lot of tees. There's a couple holes out here where, you know, I'm not really able to work it, but, you know, like I said, there's smaller greens out here, so you got to be precise with your irons. I think guys are going to get away with a couple shots with how soft the greens are so far, but, you know, if we get a little lucky with weather and it starts to dry up, iron shots are going to be huge. You know, just being able to kind of pick your targets with small greens and tucked pins. You know, especially coming off last week, you had bigger greens. Some pins weren't as tucked as we normally see them just because of the wind. It's going to be, you know, how do you dial that in with your approach shots?
With the weather, weren't able to probably get out on the course as much as you liked, but kind of was that nice coming off last week to you take time off, taking a little bit of break in between, or really been trying to get here at the clubhouse?
Yeah, no, it was good to relax a little bit. Took Monday morning all off, putted a little bit in the afternoon. Yesterday, I actually tried coming really early to get ahead of the storm, and it came a little earlier than expected. So kind of a long day yesterday, but it's good to have an early pro-am, kind of have the rest of the afternoon just to relax. And, you know, I got a late tee time tomorrow, so I can sleep in a little bit as well.
We're now going to go over to Adam Schupak with Golf Week. Adam, go ahead.
Hi, Collin. You won the PGA 23 Phil at 50. What does that say about golf?
Golf's in a great spot. Anyone can win. Anyone can play well. And I think, you know, I thought about this. I thought about Phil's win. And, you know, it's not like I've seen Phil's entire career. I mean, he won his first event 30 years ago. You know, I'm 24 now. But I still consider him as a competitor. Like, I don't see him, you know, it's not like he's retired and he's stopped trying to get better. He's trying to get better every day like what we do. So it's cool to see someone like that at 50 come out and win because it just gives me hope. It gives me just that passion because I love this game and I want to play as long as I can. So it's really cool to see like someone like that, like Phil, just accomplish that feat, especially, you know, at a major championship at a great venue, really.
You made the comment Sunday that you could see it in his eyes that he wanted to win. What did you see? What made you feel that way?
Well, I mean, you can just see it in anyone out here that they want to win. And I think at a certain point, at a certain age, when you feel like you can't compete, that's when you kind of lose that spark when you show up to these events. You know, you show up to a Masters, and I'm just going to give the Masters as an example, right? You have guys that are at older age and they might believe that they can win, but in the back of their head, you know, they're just there to try and play and see if they can make the cut. Phil's not like that. You know, Phil's out there to win, and you could still see that spark in his eye. And as long as he keeps fueling that fire, he's going to try new things. He's going to try to keep getting better, work on his game. So there's really no limit of age until, you feel like your body and you just can't go out there and compete for 4 straight days.
How much do you think? How much would you like to be paired with him at a Ryder Cup later this year?
Oh, I think it'd be really cool. See that little age gap. I gotta make it there. He's got to make it there. We still got a lot of golf in between. But Phil's awesome. Phil's one of the nicest guys out there. You could talk to him about anything, whether he knows the topic or not. He's gonna say something. I think we can all agree about that. But he's awesome. He makes it really relaxing. He makes it comfortable for someone like me at 24 who could possibly be a rookie. Feel like I just belong. Feel like. And to be honest, like I know everyone that could be on the team. I've spent a lot of time with everyone, but that's a different setting than anything. You can't teach someone to be in that. You gotta be ready for moments like that. And Phil's someone like a leader that would take that under his wing, I'm sure, just to say, end goal is to win. Let's go win.
Thanks, Colin.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Stephen Hawkins with Associated Press.
Hey, Colin, a moment ago, as you talked about, you're kind of back to where we started this from last year. And for a guy like you, a young guy, it's been kind of a unique time to kind of be getting to be first time, full-time on the PGA Tour. Talk about what it has been like, and have you really got a sense of what it's really like since it's been so different than what it usually is?
Yeah, it's very weird, and it's just all about adjusting and adapting to what, is out, whether we have fans or no fans last year. It's all about just kind of finding a rhythm, and it's hard to find a rhythm when it changes every week. And it's crazy to think, this is my 3rd PGA Tour season. Like, I'm going to count this as my 3rd season, but it's really my first full season where I've played from the entire fall all the way, throughout the year. And, it's just about figuring out where you're comfortable, trying to find those high peaks and just trying to stay as consistent as possible throughout the year, and just learning about my golf game, learning about me, how my body works. But that's just the process of being a professional golfer, and it's been really fun, to be honest.
What's the difference when when you start to see courses you've played before, and especially courses like this where you've had some success?
I think just prep-wise, it makes the Monday through Wednesday slightly easier. It doesn't mean I'm going to get lazy and not go and see the golf course, but it doesn't take away 18 holes of a practice round where I'm trying to figure out lines, I'm trying to figure out the greens and where to hit shots. I can kind of show up to tee boxes and just kind of know where to hit it. And my memory's not great on every single golf course. I don't remember things in an instant, so I still need to work on my lines off tees. But just to know that I've hit good shots, I've remembered birdies out here, it just makes the week a little easier to kind of transition into Thursday.
You're 24, you're supposed to be able to remember a lot better than us 50-something.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes on. We play a lot of golf.
All right, Colin, thanks, man.
Thank you.
With the Daily Record, we have Bernie McGuire.
Colin, hi. Thanks for taking all these questions. Look, I know you want to be focused on this week's Charles Schwab, but can I take ahead to your, it was announced earlier this month that you're going to be playing the Scottish Open. I just thought, what are your thoughts about playing the Scottish Open? And do you really see it also as a good warm-up ahead of the Open Championship?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a huge warm-up for me. I mean, I've never played an Open Championship. I've never really been over there. I've been to Ireland and France once. Okay. And I really haven't played links golf. So, the only links golf I've really seen is, as a junior, you might get a linksy style course. Yeah. But to really go out there and get prepped, I think the Scottish is going to be huge for my prep. Whether it plays very similar or not, just to be over there, get adjusted to everything. But I really look forward to it. I think it's going to be a great event. Scottish Open is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a great field. And my end goal, not just to learn about how to play out there, is just I want to go out and win. So I'm trying to do my best to get prepped for both of those events.
Can I just ask you a follow-up question? I can see organisers already perhaps pairing you with RobertMcIntyre, and one of your sort of rivals or colleagues from that 2017 Walker Cup. You in some way keep an eye on those guys who were your teammates on the US team, and also those guys on the GB&I team, and also are you impressed with what Robert's doing?
Oh, for sure. Bob's awesome. And I think, whenever you're paired, not just the guys that were on my team, but those guys on the GB&I team back then, you're always going to pay attention. You know, you want them to succeed because we're all trying to get out to the PGA Tour. We're all trying to be number one in the world and win tournaments. But what he's been doing in that short amount of time, it's awesome. It's good to see him out at these majors, WGCs, and everything, because it's just a young guy that I can connect with. We have memories, better memories for the U.S. team than theirs. But, you know, it's always going to be with us. You know, we're always going to be remembered as that 2017 Walker Cup team.
Very grateful, and I'll see you at the Scottish Open. Thanks.
Wonderful.
Unless we have any other questions, we will finish up with Adam Schupak. Back over to Adam.
Oops.
Oh, you're muted, Adam.
Adam, you're muted. If you go to mute yourself.
Okay, got it now. As a Southern Cal kid, how much history do you have with Torrey Pines?
Other than when I played it in 2020, nothing. Yeah, not much. I mean, I love it. I loved it last time I played, and that was actually the first time I played golf with Tiger in a tournament. And a lot happened during that week. I mean, that week was chaotic, playing with Tiger, losing Kobe. So Torrey's going to be really special for the rest of my life. I loved it when I played it. Going to be fun.
Okay, thanks very much.
That's all the questions we have. Thank you, Colin, for joining us, and best of luck this week.
Thanks, everyone.